Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is part 3 of my junk journal folio using Stamperia's Coffee and Chocolate collection. If you haven't watched part 1 and part 2, they will be linked down below in the description. So let's get on to crafting. Okay, so now I'm doing a flap for this piece. This piece is the one that is going to be glued down here. I grabbed a piece of a scrap and I sort of measured it so it would fit the waist of this, but then I cut 1 centimeter more so I can create the flap, and this flap is gonna be like this. But I want this flap to be to have a frame kind of like this one. Okay, so sewn around my flap, I'm going to rough up the edges and ink them. Okay, so I made the inclusion for this little flap, but I did realize that the window without something on the front didn't work that well, so I added off camera, I added a little bit of acetate, and this is the little cluster that I created. I made this tag to use as a closure for the folio, but I did really love how these looked together. So I decided to use it for this cluster. I'm probably gonna make another one for the closure. And then I use this picture, which is from a printable that I made for another project. And then I used some stamped labels that I had made. This is also from a printable that I made. And as you can see here, I did a little bit of embossing because recently I got some embossing powder and I wanted to try it on a project. And I initially made this stamp, but maybe I didn't move quickly enough, and this ink tends to dry quite quickly. So then I stamped the same stamp again, and then I used this golden embossing powder, which I think adds a little bit of interest to this. And this is gonna go in here as a little inclusion. So yeah, I wanted to put two small boxes here on the top part of the backing, because as I said in the previous video, the concept behind this folio was for it to look like a parcel. And so I thought that in my mind, I imagined that this parcel to come with some boxes of products. And as you can see, I already made one. And I'm gonna make the other one with you. And I think we're going to use the same paper. So this paper is from the background selection. So to make this box, you need two rectangles. Okay, so for the box, I made a rectangle of 12.5 by 14 centimeters. And for the lid, it's 10.5 by 12 centimeters. So let's make it together. First of all, I'm going to cut my box piece. For the box piece on each side, I'm going to measure 2 centimeters. Okay, 2. Okay, and then you cut here, 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 and here. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm going to show you. Where's the square? You cut here. And then on the other side. And then you do the same here. And now you score. Just for these two lines. And here. Let's fold everything. Okay, so this is gonna be our box. Before I glue it down, I'm gonna ink these edges a little bit. And now this is ready to be glued down. Okay, so the two boxes are completed. I glued down the second one as well, and I think I forgot to mention this while I was doing it because I didn't explain it thoroughly. But for the lid, the measurements are smaller because this area here, the depth of the box is smaller. This is 2 centimeters, this is only 1. So when you cut out the rectangle for the lid, you will have to mark 1 centimeter on each side and then score and cut in the same way you did here, but the measurements are different. Because here I have the height of the boxes, I want to create something that will make this piece also stand at the same height. So I figured that I would make a gusseted pocket so it has a lot of depth. And to do that, I will start by making the gussets, of course. And I think I'm gonna use just some regular craft paper. So instead of making it 2 centimeters like I did with the boxes, I think I'll keep it 1.5, and then I'll count 1 centimeter for the flaps that I will use to glue down the pocket, of course. So I think in total I want to make the width of my gussets of 3.5 centimeters. The length of my gussets and of my pocket, of course, will be of, it's actually 10 centimeters, precisely 10 centimeters. I will score 1 centimeter on each side. Here, and then I fold. Okay. So I'm choosing my paper for the pocket itself. For the pocket, I will be using a double-sided paper. This one is from the background selection paper pad, and I decided to use a double-sided because of course you'll be able to see the inside of the pocket. It's gonna be more like a little box within the folio. So of course I wanted to use something that had a pattern, and it has this pattern on the inside, which is very lovely, and on the outside it has all these labels, which I absolutely adore, and I think it fits with the theme of the folio. I have to cut two pieces of 20 by 10 centimeters. Okay, so I was silent for a while, so let me explain to you everything I did. So I made the pocket. I cut my two pieces, I've sewn around them, inked them up, and then I created um, the base. Of course, I did glue some small little flaps here to attach this piece to the base. And what I did, I just grabbed a little bit of craft cardstock of 2 centimeters and of the width of my gussets, which is 1.5, and I folded it in half and I attached it to this here, and then I attached this piece. So I had the brilliant idea of adding eyelets, and then with the eyelets I would connect this pocket to the back pocket. So I would add eyelets to the back pocket as well, and then I would add a string, and this could be like untied, and then you could take it away. So now I will do the pocket that goes here on the back, and I chose this paper, which is the perfect size because I want this pocket to be a little bit hidden, you know. This pocket is already created, so I'm gonna sew it around like I did with this, and then I'll add the eyelets off camera because I don't think you want to see me struggle with the eyelets. Okay, so I did create the pocket here on the bottom, and as you can see, I also put the string in. I showed how it's going to look when it's tied, and I really love how it turned out. um, if you noticed, I added some gussets to this pocket because I wanted to have a little bit of space to tuck something thicker in it, and so I added these little gussets, also because when I put the string in, I wanted to be able to have a little bit of space to do that. So I'm really happy with how this looks. Okay, so I think that we've reached the end of this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing to my channel, leave a comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in part 4. Bye!